It's been a day of high drama in this court. A case that has been going on for nearly 13 years has finally come to an end. The verdict is out. Mr. Salman Khan has been found guilty by a judge, charges that he had denied. Now, when the sentence was announced by the judge, Salman Khan was visibly upset. Even his family and friends who were inside the court were quite disappointed because they had expected the punishment to be less severe. It's a big blow for a man who has starred in more than 80 Hindi films. Over here in India, he's considered Bollywood's equivalent of Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt. It all emanates from a night in September 2002 when Mr. Khan's car slipped off the road just a few hundred meters away from his home in a Mumbai suburb. In that crash, one person was killed and 4 others were injured. Now, this case has dragged on for a while, partly because of the arguments regarding the facts of the case. Mr. Khan's driver came forward and said that it was him who was behind the wheel, but many witnesses in the case said that it was Salman Khan himself who was driving the car. He was returning home after a party. And today a judge agreed with that argument and said that is indeed what happened that night. It's news that's shocked people across the country. Salman Khan has tens of millions of fans in India. Any movie starring Salman Khan is pretty much guaranteed to be a hit. And for all those fans, the big question is, will they see their hero back on the big screen anytime soon?
Well, with me here in the studio is Asjad Nazir, who's entertainment editor of Eastern Eye newspaper. And I mean, Asjad, first of all, why did we see this take from 2002 when it happened to now to come to?
Well, the judicial process in India is notoriously slow anyway. But one tactic that lawyers do use in India for high-profile celebrities and high-profile people is to drag the case along and until it runs out of steam. And it's actually worked in the past. For one particular actor, he committed an offence and it dragged on for nearly a decade. And then they just said, look, let him off. So usually the tactic works. They just keep adjourning it, say they had injuries and whatever. Right.
Of course, the lawyers would dispute this, but I mean, you say this doesn't happen to normal people. They would be seen in court much sooner. Yeah,
so the normal people, the justice is a lot quicker, but you know, the people who've got money in India have got a lot more power. And if you're a movie star, you've got added weight, added connections and added power. And I think that a lot of people thought that he wasn't going to get sentenced, and they thought it'd drag on for probably another 4 or 5 years, because when Sanjay Dutt was the last Bollywood actor that was incarcerated, it took nearly 20 years to convict him.
A lot of people said the same about Oscar Pistorius, about the power and the money issue in that trial last year. The reaction seems to be very split. You've got all these high-profile names in the Bollywood industry tweeting support, saying that they stand by him, and then you have another spectrum saying that the law cannot be seen to favour somebody like him.
I think it's really interesting because in Indian cinema, they actually behave like a really close family unit, and whenever one of their own is in trouble, they'll always come forward and support them. There's never usually a divide.
Given that he is such a figure of the moment and he is in a couple of films currently in production, the impact on the film industry, what is that going to be?
The impact of the film industry is going to be huge. It's not a couple of films. If you're a big star like him, you're booked up 3-4 years in advance. Gosh. There are people who have put money into films that won't probably start shooting until next year or the year after, and he's the highest paid Bollywood actor as well, so there's millions at stake, and cinemas have already been booked out for the prime slots for this year and next year for him. So if he doesn't complete the film, the damage on the industry is going to be in the tens of millions.